Let's talk scammers and greedy gurus. Yes, hopefully this will be a nice juicy one filled with lots of horrible gossip about all the other YouTubers out there that are talking about print on demand. And actually, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to badmouth people by name in this audio only podcast, but it is an opportunity for me to connect with you directly in kind of an unscripted way. This is an audio only podcast. So if you're driving around town, if you're operating heavy machinery, or if you're just, sitting at home blindfolded, this is a great opportunity for you to listen about print on demand. Hopefully you're actually working on print on demand. I've heard a lot of people saying that they like to upload designs, which can be horribly boring. So hopefully this will help pass the time. My name is Zen Watercooler. The channel is Zen Watercooler. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about scammers and greedy gurus. Something happened the other day. Actually, it's been happening for a while, where I've got this guilty, dirty little habit where I like to go onto social media, things like Reddit or sometimes Facebook, and I'll read negative posts that people are posting where they've purchased something from a YouTuber, specifically in the print on demand genre. So it could be something like they've purchased a book, or maybe somebody's bought a course. That's a big one because that's a high ticket, expensive item. They've bought a print on demand course and they're really disappointed. The information in the course does not meet their expectations. It could be that video series that they're watching. But the bottom line is they're not only not making money, they're also actually out of pocket, sometimes money that they can't really afford. And so in this video, I'm going to pull back the veil as a fellow YouTuber, as a person that does YouTube videos about print on demand. And I'm going to show you, or at least to tell you exactly how I make money and how these other YouTubers make money. And that way you can make an informed decision if you want to purchase something or not. Because look, not everything is a scam. There's lots of value being provided out there in the YouTube world, in the world of print on demand, or if you're selling digital designs, that kind of thing. But I don't want you to have a negative experience. So I want to be very clear. I'm not going to be mentioning people by name. But if you do go onto Reddit and you just type in like terrible print on demand experiences, or if you type in a specific YouTuber, often there'll be negative comments about them. And so look, I don't have an opinion on them personally. I'm not going to say that, but I will just talk in general here. So there are basically different ways that YouTubers make money. There's really four main ways that YouTubers make money. So I'm going to talk about myself, for example, in this group as well. So the first way that YouTubers make money is with views. So the more views a video gets, when there's a little ad at the start of the video, well, YouTube will take a portion of that ad revenue, and me as a content creator, I also get ad revenue. So if you watch a print on demand video on my channel or on anybody's channel, somebody's making money. Now it could be a penny or it could be a couple cents, but those views add up over time. So there's incentive for YouTubers to make videos that you're going to watch either repeatedly, or a lot of people are going to watch them, or you're going to watch a longer video. So YouTube values eyeballs on their videos. So the reason I mention this is because you want to watch out if you're going to see clickbaity titles, things that are like make $700 a day using one design on print on demand. You barely move your thumb on an iPhone and all of a sudden you're making $700 a day. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful idea, but you just find a treasure chest in your backyard too. I mean, it's about as likely, right? So you just want to ask yourself when you're seeing these titles, is this channel stacked full of these kind of clickbaity titles? And if the answer is yes, then you may want to revisit your commitment to that channel, because they may be just making videos to just try to get you to watch them. And it's not truly trying to provide value for you. I'll use this one that you're watching or listening to right now. These don't get a lot of views, like a lot of eyeballs on them, because they're audio only, I'm guessing, or because they're really long, or because maybe I'm boring. I don't know. I like to think I'm hilarious. At least my cats think so. So it's one of those things where I know that this isn't going to make a lot of money for me, but to me, I wanted to provide some value, and long term, it's smart for me to do that because I'd rather have a small but loyal following rather than sell out and have just a couple videos with 1 billion views and I'm just saying anything and everything to try to get people's attention. So I'm never going to make a claim that you can make $700 a day, even $10 a day. I don't know you very well. I mean, we've barely met. And so to me, you might not be adept at doing print on demand. There are no easy paths to success in life in general, and print on demand is no different. So I want to be very clear about that. Now, this is not a popular message. A lot of people may be turning off and throwing your computer out the window at this point, but I'd rather just be honest with you, even if it means that ultimately people may not watch my videos long term. I'd rather be honest and have some integrity. The second way that YouTubers make money is through sponsored videos. So this means when your YouTube channel reaches, say, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, or even 100,000 subscribers, companies will start emailing the content creators unsolicited. You'll just get random emails in your email box, and it will say, hey, I'm with such and such company. We'd like to pay you money to do a video. So the reason I mention this is that sometimes YouTube viewers don't know this. And so they're watching a quote unquote honest review of a product, and they're thinking that the YouTuber is being sincere in how wonderful the product is, not knowing that they've received payment from that company to do that video. So I mention that not to say that that's a complete lie, because look, I've done similar videos. I've actually enjoyed the product. So I've made a commitment to you, and I've said this to the company. I've said, look, if I don't like the product, I'm going to say so in the video, even though you're paying me money. Are you okay with that? Because if the answer is no, then I'm not going to do the video. I'm not taking the money. I don't need the money that bad. And so I just want to point that out, that if you're watching a video and everything is wonderful all the time, the entire channel is just nonstop, everything is wonderful, it could be, and I say could, it's not necessarily, but it could be a warning sign that this person's just being paid money to use the product. Now, I want to point out for myself that I only ever show things in my videos that I'm actually using in my real life. So if you see me on a website showing off some free thing that I'm really excited about, I'm actually using it. I'm actually making print-on-demand designs. I'm actually selling print-on-demand designs. So that to me is a very simple criteria that I use in order to become an ambassador for any type of product that I'm, talking about, or any sort of service that I'm talking about. I'm using it in my personal life. So again, I don't want to come across as humble braggy here. This is not about me, but I turn down probably 50 to 60 sponsorship opportunities a year because I just have no interest in trying something new at this point in my career. I just don't have the bandwidth. I've got a life. I like to watch football. I like to go for a walk. I've got friends. I just don't want to spend hours and hours learning how to use a new product, even if it means they're going to pay me money to do so. That might change someday. Maybe I retire and this is my full-time gig. But right now, I like where I'm at. So I point that out because if you see especially a larger YouTube channel where everything is wonderful all the time, it's like, you may just want to double check that. And you can double check it by going onto the internet and just simply Googling that person's name and then the word scam, or that person's name and then some negative connotation. And the internet's filled with criticisms of people who are disappointed about pretty much everybody. So I'm not saying that they're right and the YouTuber's wrong. I'm not saying the people who are complaining are wrong. I'm just saying it's more information. Think about it before you just automatically purchase something, because you have to ask yourself, if this person's making YouTube videos all day long, like one video a day, every day, all year, it's like, well, when are they actually working on print on demand? Like, kind of makes you wonder, right? Like, I mean, even if, I'll just give you a quick example. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but they brag that they work 1 hour a day, and yet they have a video up literally every second day. And it's like, how are you working 1 hour a day on print on demand when you've got a YouTube channel? And I'm guessing you have a business, that's how you make your money. So it's like, you just have to ask those questions. The other way that people on YouTube make money is through affiliate marketing. And this is a little bit different than sponsored videos. Affiliate marketing means that the YouTuber provides a link in the video description, and then if you click the link and you purchase something, then the YouTuber makes a small commission. And so I want to point out, this is very much a click and pay model rather than based on necessarily just views. So the idea here is that you would like say a subscription service or a piece of software, something like that, and then you click on it, you buy it, and then the YouTuber makes a tiny commission. So is this awful? I don't think so. I actually really like this model. But again, I want to point out, I'm only ever giving out affiliate links for my channel on things that I'm actually using myself. So I don't ever try to promote anything just to promote it, because I want to be an expert, and B, I want to have some integrity. And that means that anything that I promote is something that I'm actually proud to be an ambassador on. Now, the fourth way that YouTubers make money is through direct sales. And direct sales are things like selling a book, selling a course, some sort of digital or physical product that sits in tandem with the YouTube channel. I have to admit, this is my personal opinion only, I don't like the idea of courses, paying for courses. To me, this is a scam, because I'm going to tell you exactly what it takes to be successful in print on demand. I'll tell you right now, there's basically three things that you need to be successful in print on demand. And you might be wondering, why am I telling you this? It's because it's just knowledge. Anybody who's been around the print on demand world knows that this is true. The hard part is not knowing the information. The hard part is doing what I'm about to say. It's kind of like I could tell you how to be a world level soccer player, but you got to still go out and do it. And it's like really hard, right? Like, I'm not a world level soccer player. So I understand what it takes, but I'm not going to get there because I'm not that talented. So the nice thing about print on demand is there's a lot of things you can control. It's not necessarily about talent. It's about hard work. So there's really three metrics of success if you want to be successful in print on demand. Success metric number one is you want to make a lot of designs. It's a quantity metric. The more designs you make, the better your chances of making a sale on any one platform. So I recommend making variants of designs. I recommend scaling up. So what that means is you'd have a design with black text, a design with white text, a design with hot pink text. Then you'd have a picture. Then you put a picture with the background on it. Then you put a picture with a circle behind it. You move the picture slightly and you add some text to it. You're able to make, say, 10 or 20 variants off of one base image. And that way you've got, instead of just 60 designs, you've got 600 designs or 1,200 designs. And so that's a very easy way you can scale up. So quantity is a big deal in the print-on-demand world. The second way that you can be successful in print on demand is to make great designs. So this is a quality metric. So what you want to do here is become good at things like Photoshop, Affinity Photo, Inkscape, Affinity Designer, or you may want to use hacks, things like Creative Fabrica, for example, or Vexels, or Kittl, for example. These are solutions so you can spend a bit of money and you can get professional level assets that'll help you make great designs that will sell. Again, it's totally optional. You don't have to do it this way. You could become really good at Photoshop. One person could become really good at Photoshop. Another person could become really good at Affinity Designer. That's fine. But you'd want to do something. I get questions from people that say, look, I don't have a lot of time to learn how to use a software program. And I don't have a computer. I just have a phone. And I don't have any money. It's like, how can I make $700 a day? And it's like, well, you can't. It'd be like saying you want to become a world-class chef, but you don't own a kitchen and you have no money for food and you have no pots or pans. It's like, well, I mean, you're not going to become a 5-star chef cooking a potato in your backyard, right? Like, that's not the way things work. You need to have either time, expertise, or money, or some combination of those three things. So quality is the second success metric. Now, the third success metric is probably the hardest one, and it's niche marketing. It's making designs that people actually want. And I've spent years and years becoming a niche marketing expert, and I think this is the biggest difference between just kind of fooling around and making designs because they're fun or actually making sales. Out of the three, I think this is the most important thing. Niche marketing is making designs that people want. Now look, there's niche marketing tools out there, and I use these tools. And this is how I can sell over $1,000 a month in print on demand. So I'm not saying that these are bad products. I'm not saying these are good products. I'm saying you can buy the product, but you have to learn how to use the product. You have to invest some time in it. I've seen people complain that they've bought niche marketing software, or they've bought a subscription to a niche marketing website, and they're like, this is garbage, there's no good niches. And it's like, there's tons of great niches. I make sales all the time in new niches, but it's a skill. You have to learn how to use it. It's like I could go buy a guitar tomorrow and say, well, the guitar is broken, it doesn't work very well. Well, no, it's because I don't know how to play guitar. Like, I need to spend some time learning how to play guitar. So that's really it. That's the secret to print on demand. You want to make a lot of designs, quantity. You want to make great designs, quality. And you want to make designs that people actually want, which is niche marketing. The end. You can turn off this podcast, you can throw your computer in the lake, and then you can start making, well, maybe don't do that because you got to make print on demand designs. But you don't need to watch 4,000 hours of YouTube videos every year. You're not going to learn any more than this. Now, there's details about those three things. I've got hours and hours and hours of footage about making lots of designs. And I've got tons of videos about how to make high quality designs. And I've got lots of videos on niche marketing. There's many different paths to success. But make no mistake, it is only those three things. So I do share people's frustration when they purchase a course for $1,800 US for print on demand, and then they realize it's just those three things. And it's like, well, sorry, like I don't know what to tell you, except maybe what I'm telling you in this podcast. I don't recommend that you buy a course, because at the end of the day, you're not really going to learn $1,800 US worth of information. I would rather you buy, say, a $10 book or a $15 book if you really want to buy something. And then that way maybe you learn through the book, because that's a low risk investment, right? A $15 book. I mean, look, we've all bought a book where we've gone, not their best work. I mean, whatever, you donate it to the library, you throw it in the garbage, you light it on fire, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you're maybe out $10, $15. I would hate to see you purchase money on a course and be devastated because you've taken out a loan to buy a course because you think this is going to make you money. You have to ask yourself a question. If somebody's selling a course for $1,800, is that their business, or is print on demand their business? And there's a big difference there, right? Because in my world, I do have a YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels. I've got Zen Watercooler, which is this one, and I've also got a sister channel called Crafty Stacks. To me, print on demand has always been a fun hobby that makes me some pretty good income. It's made me way more income than I was ever expecting. And since I'm not a world-class genius, my attitude is anybody can do it if they get enough skills under their belt and they take enough time and they fail forward enough. And that's a big thing I want to point out is I've made lots of mistakes. So it's not the end of the world if you make a mistake. But I didn't buy a huge course. There is no secret formula that's hidden in the pages of a book or hidden in the confines of a course, including my own book. Hey, if you go onto Amazon right now and you type in Zen Watercooler, print on demand secrets, my book's going to pop up. I'll tell you right now, it's the three things I just talked about. So yes, the book is hopefully entertaining and it's hopefully a companion piece, but I make no claims that I'm going to give you some extra secret information that no one else in the world knows. Now look, the print on demand secrets title is because it's the details about those three things that I think is worthwhile. And look, I'm not going to give out every piece of information I've ever accumulated in my life because a lot of it is unique to my circumstances. But I will say people have different learning styles. So if you want to purchase a book, amazing. And it doesn't have to be my book, by the way. It could be any book about any topic. There's lots of YouTube videos, but there's also lots of books out there. So I want to share with you 3 warning signs that if you're seeing these things, you may want to ask the questions, is this legitimate or not? And I want to be very clear. The answer might be yes, it is legitimate. The answer might be no, it's a little bit slimy. So the first warning sign is, does the video make an outrageous claim with absolutely no proof? When you watch the video, is there any proof at all? I'll give you an example. If somebody says they're going to make $700 a day, and they're like every day, $700 a day in print on demand, Are they showing you some sort of proof? Like, I would hope so, right? One of my best months in print on demand was $8,000 US. Well, if I'm going to make that claim in a video, I sure as hell had better back that up with some sort of a screenshot or something, right? Now, look, this is an audio-only podcast, but if you watch one of my videos, I claim I can make over $1,000 a month in print on demand, and I would hope I've got some legitimacy built up over my channel over time through the quality of my tutorials, and then I also show once in a while, I'll show some sales because I know that that's important for some people. I'm certainly not going to make the claim that anybody can easily make $700 in a month or $700 in a year because I don't know your work ethic. I don't know your talent. I don't know your general intelligence. And again, I'm not trying to be insulting in any way. I'm just saying I don't know that information. There's people out there that make more money than me in print on demand. Hey, that's awesome because maybe they're smarter than I am. Maybe they've done a better job of research or they've just got more talent, and then that's fine too. The second warning sign is you want to ask yourself, is the YouTuber selling you something that you've never heard of before? And I'll use a course as an example. And if the answer is yes, then ask yourself, why is it sitting behind a paywall? Like, are they giving you something and then they're saying, take my course? Like, is the video a tiny little crumb and the rest of it is a course? Now, look, I'm not saying courses are bad. I'm just saying if you don't want to pay for a course, you don't have to. There's lots of other videos out there that you can watch, and there's not that much in terms of super secret information out there. There's many different applications, many different programs, many different techniques, but really it's quantity, quality, and niche marketing. So I would recommend that if you like the YouTuber and you want to support them and buy their book, that's not a great reason to buy the book. You should be buying the book because you value the book. It helps you. I see this a lot on YouTube, not just print on demand, but anybody who's trying to sell anything on YouTube. They'll say things like, please buy my course and support my channel. Please buy my book and support my channel. It's like, no, you're not here to support my channel. I'm here to support you. You're the client. I want you to succeed in print on demand. So if you buy my book, it's because you're going to get value out of it. If you spend $10 or $15 on any book, it's not to support them, it's to support you. So that's my little rant for the day, is it really bothers me when I see YouTubers claiming that this is somehow helping them. It's like, well, yeah, it is, but that's not why you should be buying a book. The third warning sign is, are they consistently and constantly providing affiliate links or sponsored content only? In other words, is every video just huckstering and asking you to buy this and buy that? If the answer is yes, then you need to ask yourself, is this the type of content that you want to watch? Now, look, I offer affiliate links and I have sponsored content once in a while, but I'm trying to give out lots of free content because, look, not everybody needs to buy something. If you want to invest your time instead of investing your money, that's great. I think your time is valuable too, as money is valuable. So you want to just ask yourself that. Now, I'm not saying if they're constantly providing affiliate links or sponsored content that they're a bunch of bums. I'm not saying they're slimy, sleazy gurus who are, fake gurus who are trying to scam you. I'm not saying that. You just want to ask the question. You're like, if every link is an affiliate link, and if every time they open their mouth, they're trying to sell you something, it just makes you wonder, are they doing the YouTube channel for you or are they doing the YouTube channel for them? I personally like watching YouTube channels where I feel important as the viewer, and that's always been my intention on this channel. You're important. That's why I don't show my face, by the way. People wonder all the time, how come you don't show your face? Because the channel's not about me. The channel's about you. And I don't really like talking about myself because it's not about me. You're the focus of the channel. So although it's YouTube, meaning it's my channel, you, in my mind, is about you, the viewer, about you, the listener, about you, the client. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. I'm going to stop rambling here, and I would encourage you, if you are interested, shameless plug alert, if you are interested in buying my book, it is on Amazon. It's called Print on Demand Secrets, Zen Watercooler. I want to point out, as secretive as some of the stuff is in the book, it's techniques about doing print on demand. It's not anybody just snap one photograph of one picture of a fire hydrant and the next thing you know, you're making $5,000 a month. That's not the way the world works. So just remember, I do believe in you. It takes time, it takes effort, dedication, commitment, and it takes a high degree of skill to be able to make a lot of designs of high quality in niches that people actually want. That's the secret. And if you do those things enough time, you will get sales. I hope you found this helpful. Here's another video where you can supercharge your print-on-demand journey. I really appreciate your time, and I'd love to hear from you. If you've got a question or a comment, please do throw it down in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Thank you so much.